Chapter 6. The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luka and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luka sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luka needed to know. Luka stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard. A headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luka's lips.
You're here. All this time, I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here, alone, in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply. Just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luka's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Uh-oh. We gotta hide. $259K. Fall of distance still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. It doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. People who loved them will never know the truth. The truth is overrated.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey, don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah. Come on. It's almost lunchtime. Was he moonwalking in the snow? Weirdo. I wonder who they are. Like, if they're people that we know, or if they're just like random people in the suit. Here, I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing on graves.
Luka stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some advice.
Iggy gave Luka a solid smack on the back of his head.
Great advice. Hey! Who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover? Who are you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luka Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you, acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah. Kerr and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off this switcheroo for a reason, right? Nat mentioned something about a source.
Luka wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to perennial harvest. It would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. I'm gonna make this right, Dad. I promise. Let's do this. Okay, So we know where the source is because we've played this area before. It can get awful cold out there in those woods, Luka. Probably best you to stay put and conserve your energy. Help is on the way. Where's Rolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to you?
Iggy and Luka shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Shucks, now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. This was where my house was, and they literally, like, dragged it. Like, how do you do that? Don't houses have foundations and shit?
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. 2 faint seams were visible along the surface.
A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it. That's the tunnel. The tube. Welcome to Beacon Pines. Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously.
Oh, so you also have something you left behind.
He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What? What's that? Long story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. So why did you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's chicken coop, and you guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luka rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you didn't.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop? I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rolo got grounded for months. Which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried him under that tree. But when I came back from later, they were gone. Ha 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 ha! Mystery solved. I figured some grown-up found him and tossed him.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out, it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. That's pretty cool. That's like Don Olson. That's actually like a better kind of point of evidence than like Luka's dad's grave, because you're not gonna like dig up the grave, but the fireworks is just like here as like proof. Do you think this is a game? I mean, newsflash, boyo, you're not a hero. You're just a little brat who is in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I'm always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? You really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast-off, loser. Get him. Okay, nothing else to inspect? No. Nah. Okay, here we go. Wait. I want to try and inspect other things first. Crooked. Just like this whole stinking place. Hey! Okay, cool. We haven't gone fishing in a hot minute. I should do that next time. Let's see if we can't find anything else. Gotta be thorough. Get all the endings. Investigate all the things. Is there anything back here? No? Alright. Oh.
Luka and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Hang on, if we just toss firecrackers down there, like, the same thing's gonna happen, right? As, like, the previous endings. Echo! 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 Whoa. I can see why they wanted to move us all of the time. There. Let's do that again. I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now. But why would they dig a giant hole? I think this is it. Nice. This is the source? It's a dang hole? How do we smash a hole? Good question. Oh, it's Mr. Kerr. Oh, it's so much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr. Where's Rolo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two, at least. Rats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you? You're not even wearing anything warm, my guy. Like, that waistcoat isn't doing you any favors.
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is all the source. It's just the source, but whatever. Where they collect the unrefined,
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know. What do you mean you don't know? Ain't you in charge? Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various complications. Complications like us? You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
Ooh, saccharine. It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is, we all play our part in life. I just happen to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras, ready for your curtain call. We aren't giving up without a fight. Your smile's not going to be so winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Scene change. Oh god. Hello. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luka with a sly glance.
Okay. Like, I would not be sly. I would be panicked, but let's see what Iggy's got up his butt. Why are you smoking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
Stop! Let's not do something regrettable. Joke's on you. Regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these in your precious hole? Nothing. Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I am an exceptional liar. Bup, that's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool. Pull off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Ah, very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like
With
this?
a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Okay, bye. Ooh. Whoa.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luka.
Uh-oh.
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luka dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow.
Oh no!
He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child! What have you done? Luka, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. What channel do I use? Doesn't make a damn difference, they're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you can get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Just let go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. Oh my god. How is Iggy just so okay with this? I mean, like, look, half of his face is disfigured. Sure, but like... This is intense. I don't want to die, but look, seeing the look in your face almost makes it worth it. Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Oh, long life! I'll have you know, I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Fleus Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Rum dum dum, property dum dum. Wow. Can you believe this guy? Ooh, hum, okay.
Luka's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Go, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luka, look at me. It's okay.
Luka felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
Oh, no. You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luka's body burned.
I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. Iggy, no.
Luka felt his hand slipping.
And I told you what I need to do with bullies. I can't. Your only way out of this mess. Two birds with one stone. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
A calm settled over Iggy's face.
Luka, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once. Oh. This is so hectic. Refuse or accept. Okay. I'm gonna refuse and then I'll accept. Because I know we need to let him do this, but I can't.
Luka had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luka with his eyes one last time, but Luka pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luka. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face.
I saved your life, Iggy. Oh my god.
The end.
What?
I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Yeah, he's saying that again. Okay, fine. We will accept.
Luka had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luka watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good. Ah.
two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Oh, where were you, Mr. Mouseface? Luka, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Wait, what? Why didn't it freeze everyone? Why did it just freeze the hole? I have so many questions. Curious. Ah, but of course. Those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you've told me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while, anyway. How? Tempus liquimine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself. But doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk made things cold, and the fireworks made the whole freeze over. That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. Okay, like what had happened with Gran. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Yep. It'll take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. If you know all of this stuff, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my own way. Each one of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why? What's my role?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luka van Horn, you are going to save the world. What?
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luka followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny.
Oh my goodness, okay.
To be continued in...
Oh, to be continued, not the end. In what?
Beacon Pines, pines harder.
Cute.
Revenge served cold. Second time's a charm? Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good?
Yeah, I agree.
I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Okay, cool. So we did this. We did that. Oh, here's a hum. Oh gosh. Is this the last piece of the puzzle? Is the hum the last piece of the puzzle? Okay, let's go back. So, yeah, this is when Mr. Nuncreed confronts Gran before she explodes the stuff that's in the tunnel and it freezes everyone over. So we're going to begin to hum.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luka had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luka had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud. Gran lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out.
Oh.
A few steps toward Luka was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note. His head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
Hang on. I had a suspicion, but I didn't think it would be correct. How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo. The only people who called me that are my dad and mother.
Luka blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly.
What is going on?
He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed.
Mom? That's right, buckaroo. Mom!
Luka sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were on? You should have known I would never abandon my son.
Eleanor looked down at Luka, tightening her embrace in an appeal for forgiveness.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you would have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. Mom, I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luka. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luka. But I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. The more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luka. They won't stop until they get what they want. And they won't care who gets hurt in the process. Then, what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with fire.
For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now. There's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luka gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. Off we go, then. Let's go, everyone. Mr. Nuncreed, you can chill there. Chill. I don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter 9.
We haven't gotten this far yet.
The devil you know. 7 months ago,
Woo!
Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering.
Deep engineering?
No turning
Okay.
back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus liquamen. There were dozens of them, every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
Oh no. Okay, back to the present. We're at Kerr's big speech, and that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? This man is the liar. Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret, and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. You aren't making any sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. While they had us evacuated. Mrs. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to... You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please? Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. Any excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true. And now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable so that she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... Okay. No. Are you the one that's behind this? Oh my god, okay. That's quite enough, Mr. Nuncreed.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face.
Yes, sir. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. Ah, the ever-tempestuous Eleanor Van Horn. Wait! Oh my word! Okay, wait. If this thing is like liquid time, basically, and Eleanor has aged, then this must mean... Oh my god, okay. Wait, I'm not gonna say it. You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over on me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party. But alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Mr. Kerr? Yes, sir. It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing oratory. I'll take it from here. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. You have done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed upon.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious. Founder?
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
What is going on?
In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You could all call me Sharper Valentine. I knew it! Oh my word. Okay, so he de-aged himself to be Sharper Valentine, and Eleanor aged herself, and she kind of masqueraded as her, like, mother who was dead. Oh my word. My brain.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Oh. Oh no. Are you okay?
A hushed horror gripped the crowd.
Oh.
This is a story about change.
Yeah, you weren't kidding. What? No. Ah, so you didn't see that coming. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Sharper has some really good eyebrows. Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Okay. Ha! Wonderful.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard.
Ooh, malice, nice.
I'm glad you're back so I can tell you to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again.
Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr?
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward.
So it was Sharper Valentine this whole time. So Perennial Harvest was like a ruse for like more Valentine skullduggery. Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
Oh, even Eleanor. I thought so. Did you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools. You people should be celebrating my return. You are clearly lost without me. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy, I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. To say I'm disappointed would be an understatement. But Silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse, a son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who has inevitably let me down. Eris, you failed me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you can just live forever? But what about... It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where's Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? Ah, there he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense, the people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. He was simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You're about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon you'll be able to play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Well, those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty.
Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest?
Ah, you think that puffed-up blatherskite could have accomplished all of this? Dawn, I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return. Someone to misdirect, lie, and bilk this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow, you've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Thank you, thank you. Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire, at your service. Founder, I just want to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was a patsy this whole time? Now that your secret is out in the open, what's to stop this town from rising up against you? Oh, that's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most. And I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. Ha! The young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. What a pity. If things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. I mean, we can make that happen. But that's a fate for you. You can't do this. Oh, but I can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do, given time. And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought. But well worth it. Ha!
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we? Oh my god.
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image.
I never, ever, ever, ever would have expected this game to end up like this. This is insane. It's so awesome.
The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all.
Oh.
Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer.
Because of the fertilizer.
The end.
What?
This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now.
Yes.
You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
Okay. What else can we change? Malice. Oh. Okay, so this is when we bump into Mr. Nuncreed. And this is what we see in his eyes. All right. So this is after we've pushed Iggy into the... No. We tickled Iggy, and Iggy ran off. At this stage, Rolo is kidnapped by Mr. Nuncreed. And then we bump into Mr. Nuncreed, and then we say something, and he's just like, you know too much. Okay, I'm gonna choose Malice.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring. Luka felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luka to get out of there.
Yep. That something is every ending. I just want this all to be over. Of course. I'm saying it'll work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Roxy I'd check Rolo at the treehouse.
Luka twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Of course. Luka, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. No, I can't. Bye! Wait, where is the fishing place? Okay, it's on the way to the treehouse. Anything new here? No, we can talk to people quickly, see if they have anything new to say. Oh, we can't. Anything? No? Alright. I think we just go straight to the treehouse. Oh, they're these two people. Who is this guy? These festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it would be a thing to behold. I agree, this is all more than a little sad. It's worse than sad. It's boring. What if he did a little something to spice things up? I'm listening. You know what festival sign waiting to be unveiled? It would be a shame if someone...
The two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
Okay. They're up to something. What if I go after them? Nothing. Okay. Bupkis. Anything new for me, Dawn? No? Okay. The diner is closed. What does the crocodile lady have to say? He looked down and muttered in a gruff voice. Mom always told me my problems would look smaller once I grew up, but my problems always seem to grow right along with me. Heavens, I sense big trouble ahead. Yup, we've seen the big trouble. Anything new? No? Alright, okay, cool. Always check for new things. Oh, here we go. Identify yourself, please. Nellie Moodwell. I work here now. I am unable to locate you on our staff roll. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I could come in early tonight to get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Thank you. Our harvest awaits. Okay. Wondering, like, if she does have a role to play in all of this. Like, what does she do? Okay, Mr. Clipboard, nothing.
Wow. You should get a wrench to this noggin sneaking up on a guy like that. Don't scare a man while he's drunken, Sonny.
Evening, Jeff. Isn't it kind of late to be drunken?
I might as well ask you the same thing of you.
Find anything good?
Bah! Ever since Perennial Harvest moved in, even the junk is trash. can learn a lot about a person by looking at what they throw away. This bunch, it's all shredded paper and coffee cups.
Well, I'd better get going.
I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing.
See what?
Exactly.
Okay, cool. We didn't see nothing. How's Snoring Man doing? He is napping away. Lollipop Kid? Nothing to ask today? No? Okay. Time for fishing. Hey, Jetson. Have you seen Rolo come by this way any chance? Afraid not. As elusive as the fishy in this here pond. Okay, we probably have a lot of things to catch now. Or have we? I don't think we've caught everything. Ah, crooked. Excellent.
Luka tied a bent nail onto the line. If all you have is a hammer...
I forgot how to fish. Okay, I'm okay. We're good. Fishing is just a pressing of the A button at strategic times. Even in real life. It's a photo of you and Uncle Joseph. Let me see that. Oh, look at those two young fools. How did it end up at the bottom of the pond? Who can say? Some things are just hard to explain. I miss Uncle Joseph. How come he doesn't come fishing with us anymore? He's busy with his new job at Valentine's. Okay, so this is after the fallout. What's the new job got to do with him fishing with us? It's complicated. Like I said, some things are hard to explain. Well, that was quite a haul. Oh, we got all the fishing stuff. Excellent. Feels like a good time to pack up. Oh, just a little longer. Things lasted forever. They might not feel as special, huh? I guess. I'll make you a deal, buckaroo. You ever feel like you need to talk about anything at all? Let's just say, you just say, let's go fishing, and I'll know what you mean. Like a secret password? Yep, top secret. Neat. Let's just go fishing. What a perfect day. Yeah. Let's go fishing. Okay. I wonder if our dad... No, our dad's definitely dead, I think. Rolo?
He aired a long holler into the woods.
Rolo! Rolo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay.
Luka felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy embrace.
Time to nap.
Once again, Luka found himself in a vast black expanse.
Ooh, creepy dream time.
This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire. The source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Luka stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket. A keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. "You made me proud, buckaroo." Luka turned to face him. "Dad, what is this place?" A warm grin grew across his father's face. "A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together." Luka found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out as Luka's doppelganger stepped forward. "That's up to you." Without knowing why, Luka began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real?" Luka's father bent down to smudge away a tear. "Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me." Luka turned to look at the older version of himself. "And you? The doppelganger choked back tears. I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone. Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luka laughed. I think so. His father pulled him in for an embrace. Time to go, buckaroo.
It's a nice
Luka
dream.
was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
Are you in
A
there?
commanding voice rumbled from below.
Uh-oh.
Just as Luka sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open.
Oh, this is bad.